Hello cadets, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be doing a spot of baking on the HMS Cosmos with our good friend Squeaky. We'll be doing Squeaky's super simple sugar cookies, ready for the party on Thursday, and here's how we do it. So the ingredients. First you'll need some butter, and you'll need 226 grams of this. Then you'll need some caster sugar, and you'll need 226 grams of this as well. Then some plain flour, and you'll need 430 grams of this. And you'll need 1 egg, baking powder, and if you want to give the biscuits a bit of flavour, you can add vanilla essence or any flavouring you like. And now ask an adult cadet to help you preheat the oven to a 180 fan, or gas mark 6. Okay, where do we begin then? Oh, okay, so we pour our caster sugar into our butter. Okay, what's next? Okay, so we beat the mixture until it's light and fluffy. Like him. And you can use a wooden spoon or a whisk like I am. Okie dokie, so now we need to grab our egg and crack it into the mixture. You can have an adult cadet help you with this one, or you can use a smaller bowl so it's easier to get any stray eggshells out of the mixture. Okay, so the next step is to add your flavouring. So here I'm adding vanilla extract, and you need 1 to 2 teaspoons of your flavour, if you want to use any. And once again, mix all together until well combined. Squeaky, you put dry ingredients here. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So you add 2 teaspoons of baking powder into the flour. And once you've done that, all you need to do is stir well until it's all together. Okay, so we've got 2 bowls full of stuff. What do we do next? Okay, so we add the dry ingredients little by little into the wet ingredients, and then keep stirring whilst we're adding it in. Seems simple enough. Oh, okay. So as you stir the mixture and add more of the dry ingredients in, it will start to get thicker, and it might be a little bit difficult to stir, but keep going until it's a thick dough consistency and you can easily grab it and roll it into a ball without it being too sticky. If it's still too sticky, then you can add more flour, but keep mixing until all the flour is gone, and your dough should look a little bit like this, nice and thick, and should be a little bit hard to get off your spoon. And if you stick your spoon upright in your mixture, it should fall slowly. My arm hurts from that. Okay, put your mixture to the side and coat your work surface in an even layer of flour. Make sure you have an adult cadet supervising just in case you get flour everywhere. Okay, so you need to grab a handful of the mixture and do a technique that Squeaky just taught me. So you put your palm into the mixture and fold over, collecting flour as you go so that your hands and the mixture doesn't get sticky. You should eventually roll it into a kind of ball shape. Now you need to coat your rolling pin in some flour so that it doesn't get sticky. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can just use your hand to flatten the mixture. Oh, top tip! Make sure to turn your dough in flour so that the underside doesn't get stuck to your surface. Alrighty, so roll out your dough until it's a few millimeters thick, and then you can use cookie cutters or you can use a bread knife to cut out any shape you like. Remember, this is for the Cosmos party on Thursday, so be as creative as you want. You can do some spaceships, you can do stars, moons, be as inventive as you like, cadets. So once you've cut out all the shapes that you can from the dough that you rolled out, you can collect all of the scrap piece of dough and make it into a ball again using the folding method. Make sure that you flour your surface again and your rolling pin and flatten out until it's only a few millimeters thick. And you can keep using the dough until you run out or you can't make any more shapes. Here I'm doing a few examples of shapes that you can do. So I've done a couple of spaceships, a star, you can do them freehand, or if you have a cookie cutter, you can gently press the cookie cutter on top of the dough and then cut around it and make your own shape from the cookie cutter. Or if you have so much dough left, you can wrap it, put it in a container and refrigerate it and use it another time. Okay, so we're going to put our cookies in the oven now, and you will need an adult cadet to help you with this one. You'll need a spatula to put the cookies on the hot tray and an oven mitt so you can put the oven tray back in the oven. And remember, don't ever touch an oven tray when it's come freshly out the oven without an oven glove because it can burn you and hurt you. And we'd all like you to keep on adventuring. How long does it take to cook, Squeaky? Okay, so leave it in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of your cookie. If your cookies are very small, you might have to have it for a shorter time, and if your cookies are larger, you might have it the full 10 minutes. Then use a spatula to transfer the cookies from the hot tray to a cooling rack. Okay, so once they're cold, you can now decorate. So use about 50 grams of icing sugar and then a teaspoon to a tablespoon of water, depending on how much icing sugar you use. And then mix until it's opaque and until the texture looks a little bit like honey. You can leave it here if you want white icing, but if you want multicolored icing, then keep watching. So for instance, if you want yellow, you can use turmeric like I am using, but only use a little bit because you don't want your icing to be spicy. Or you could use saffron seeds, or you can use banana milkshake powder. What was that, Squeaky? Oh, I don't think they have that on Earth. Well, you could also use tupolulu, which is what Squeaky says, but I don't think Earthlings have that. Anyway, what do we do with the icing? So he says to spread the icing evenly all over the top of the biscuit. So what about other colours? Oh, so apparently to make pink and reds, you can crush up some raspberries and strawberries, or even cook up some beets and use beetroot juice. Or you can use some grape juice, or if you have strawberry milkshake powder, that'll do too. If you're using strawberries and raspberries like me, you might need a strainer so that all the seeds and stuff don't get in the icing, and you can use the juice by squeezing it through the strainer. But do be careful with using the juice, because the juice can make the icing very liquidy, and so you might need to add more icing sugar, or instead of water, replace with the juice. Any other colours? Oh, so apparently if you use blueberries, you can get a purple juice from them. Wow. And just do the same as the strawberries and raspberries. Use a strainer to strain the juice from the blueberries. So what other colours could we do? green. Oh, and how do you make green? Spinach! No way! Okay. So apparently, if you put spinach in with a little bit of water in a blender, you can use the juice from the spinach to colour your icing. Interesting. Does it taste like spinach? Oh, apparently not. Apparently it tastes just like icing. Okay. And again, because it's juice, you can use the juice instead of water so that the icing can be a little bit thicker so it's not as runny. Alright, how do you make orange then? With an orange? Are you sure? Right, okay. So if you squeeze some orange juice into the icing, or you could use some paprika, or if you chop up some carrots and boil it and then blend it and juice it like the spinach, then you can also make orange icing that way as well. So you could also combine the yellow icing that we made with the red icing that we made to make orange. And those are all our colours. You can decorate your biscuits however you like. If you have any food decorations, you can use sprinkles or edible glitter. And that's it, cadets. You've got your cookies. Ah, that's nice, Squeaky. He says thank you so much for listening to this recipe, and he hopes to see you and your cookies on Thursday for the Cosmos party. Now, in the meantime, we hope you have fun, stay safe, and have some great adventures, cadets.